Today, let's talk about how much exercise do you actually need according to science, moving beyond the minimum. Now, the question of how much exercise you actually need is one of the most confusing areas in health, often leaving people stuck between aspirational fitness goals and overwhelming scientific recommendations. We are bombarded with messages, but the truth is simple. Your body has a minimum effective dose required for longevity and health, and knowing what the baseline is the key to unlocking the maximum benefit for your time. This guide is your science-backed decoder for exercise. You're going to cut through the noise, breaking down the official recommendations from the official websites like the CDC and the WHO, examining what longevity research truly demands, and clarifying the essential difference between strength training and cardio benefits. The goal is not just to be fit, but to understand the biological imperative for movement and establish a routine that ensures a longer, healthier life. Don't miss our science-backed guides on health, longevity, and fitness. Hit that subscribe button right now. The world's leading health authorities, the CDC and the WHO, provide a clear, evidence-based minimum required to achieve significant health benefits. Meeting this baseline is non-negotiable for disease prevention. It is the absolute minimum you have to do. So what's the weekly minimum? The universal recommendation for adults is simple. You must aim for 150 to 300 minutes of moderate intensity activity per week, up to about 5 hours. Moderate intensity means you're moving hard enough that you can hold a conversation, but not being able to sing. Think brisk walking, water aerobics, cycling at a casual pace, or you can achieve the same benefit with 75 to 150 minutes of vigorous intensity activity per week, where your heart rate is elevated so you can only speak maybe a few words at a time, needing to catch your breath. For example, like running briskly, swimming laps, or circuit training and doing high intensity interval training. Crucially, this recommendation is not just about cardio, but they are strongly emphasized that the need for muscle strengthening activities at least 2 days a week. This means working all the major muscle groups, your legs, your hips, your back, your abs, chest, shoulders, your arms. The strength component is often ignored, but is a foundation to longevity, metabolism, and preventing injuries. While guidelines are the minimum required to avoid disease, longevity research points towards a more comprehensive approach to really maximize health span, which is the time of years spent in good health, and to optimize key biological markers. There are two pillars. Longevity is not won solely through cardio. It requires maximizing the body's functional reserve. That means prioritizing two non-negotiable pillars of fitness: cardiorespiratory endurance and musculoskeletal strength. Research confirms that people who consistently meet both the cardio and strength recommendations live longer and have far lower rates of frailty, cognitive decline, and chronic metabolic diseases. Cardio focuses on VO2 max, the maximum rate of oxygen consumption, which is the gold standard for cardiac health. Strength focuses on muscle mass, which is the metabolic engine of the body and the single greatest defense against insulin resistance, diabetes, and age-related problems. Now, as we age, muscle mass preservation is arguably the most critical anti-aging strategy because muscle absorbs the glucose that drives metabolic diseases and stabilizes the joint that prevents falls and fractures, which, in the long run, increases your lifespan. For optimal longevity, the relationship between exercise and benefit is a dose-response curve. More movement generally provides more benefit, especially if it includes a variety. However, the largest, most significant health gains occur transitioning from completely no exercising at all to actually meeting the minimum threshold, which is getting off the couch. Meeting the 150-minute moderate activity goal delivers the single largest improvement in health markers. To ensure you're hitting both longevity pillars, it is essential to understand the biological roles of strength training versus cardiovascular training. The heart and vessel pump, Cardiovascular exercise improves the efficiency of your heart and lungs, making your blood vessels more flexible and better able to deliver oxygen and nutrients throughout the body. This is a powerful prophylactic against the heart disease, strokes, and high blood pressure. It is also essential for maintaining mitochondrial health, the power plant in your cell, which is crucial for energy and preventing chronic fatigue. Strength training roles. The metabolic engine, resistant training, provides a unique stimulus that cardio cannot. It forces the breakdown and rebuilding of muscle tissue. This process thickens the bone density, which is a critical defense against osteoporosis. It improves tendon and ligament strength and fundamentally rewires your metabolism. Every pound of muscle is an asset in the fight against aging. It increases your resting metabolic rate, provides a massive storage sink for glucose, drastically improving insulin sensitivity. The most effective routine integrates both. A sample week would involve 3 days of moderate cardio, which is 30 minutes of brisk walking and jogging, and 2 days of full body resistance training. This balanced approach ensures that you are maximizing cardiorespiratory health while preserving the muscle mass necessary for functional independence and metabolic health in your later years. So the science is clear. You need a consistent weekly blend of cardiovascular and strength training to maximize your health span and longevity. Moving beyond the minimum requires understanding the vital roles of both VO2 max and muscle mass. Don't leave your health to chance. If you're ready to stop guessing and start implementing a routine based on evidence, you must commit to the dual strategy of structured cardio and dedicated strength workouts.